Yes, guys, it's Raining Men, and it's Steve Samuels here for the Hollywood Fast Lane, and we are talking to the cast of Magic Mike. I actually showed up here a few minutes ago, and this is how I ended up Women Are Crazy over here today. Actually, a pretty good movie, and I think you're going to love the interviews. Check it out, guys.
Miami is looking good. I got a couple of loopholes I got to get through with the real estate attorneys down there, but after that, it's gonna be all green lights, brother.
What you need from me? What's my side?
You just gotta keep doing what you do.
Yeah?
Level your heads out, your focus, like a big brother to this team. You keep that up, you're gonna be making a lot more than this door money, I guarantee you that.
Both ways this time, though, right?
Two-way street, man.
I want you to hear to say the word, equity.
E,
Say it.
U,
Say it.
T, Y.
So how you guys doing today, man?
We good, man. This is light,
Very
loose,
good,
and fun,
sir.
man.
You been eating like energy drinks and stuff all morning?
Trying to, yeah. Doing a little Red Bull and green drink.
Chocolate cake.
No, you have not. I guess you might. Maybe you have been.
I completely. This movie's over.
You had a pizza party,
Movie's
didn't you?
over. Yes, I did. Actually,
We had a Sonic party.
Yeah,
We ordered about 50 burgers.
So I gotta tell you guys, I was surprised at how good the movie was.
Thank you.
It wasn't what I would expect it to be because it was so deep. So you're shooting haywire with Steven, and you're wearing the vest and you got the gun, and you just say, "Oh, by the way, I was a stripper. Let's do a movie." How did that
Yeah,
work
and then
out?
I got my ass kicked by a woman.
There you go.
That immediately happened afterwards. No, it was just after shooting one day. We were having a beer, as generally when we're on location, Jet Soderbergh loves doing that. And told him a story, and he loved it. And then we essentially made it into a film. I mean, that was it. We told him a bunch of stories, and then we took that sort of feel of that world that he's never seen on screen, and he kind of constructed this world, which is a little different. It's a little more PG and a little more
That was
less
PG?
crazy. Yeah,
Jesus.
that you don't even want to know, bro. Don't even want to know.
I'm from Orlando, by the way.
Are you? Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Florida's all over the place
Dude,
this
well,
afternoon.
well,
Zuma
there-
Beach.
Well, okay, yeah, there you go.
Remember Zuma Beach?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, we used to do it there.
There was another movie that was shot in 1983. It was called Night of Something with Christopher Atkins.
Someone also has told me about this, and I haven't seen this. I haven't seen this movie.
It was actually pretty good. Matthew, we saw the movie last night. People were walking out of the movie, and they're saying that was the best you've ever been. Honestly, I mean, okay, it was the women and the men. No, I'm saying.
Wait, there's a comma?
No, because you know what it was? It's that you went so deep in the role. I didn't know where Matthew was gone. It was just Dallas.
Right.
And it just made me realize something. Is it to get these great screen performances? They were good, man. How much of that is just being fearless?
Look, I just have to speak up just for 2 seconds, just only for the fact that like I don't think it's as best as ever been, like because I've seen a lot of things that this movie is not. Like this movie is what it is.
Yeah.
This might be the most they've enjoyed.
That
Like
might
that
be what they're
performance,
saying. I don't
more
know, but-
entertaining, but like I don't know if it's the best he's ever been because I've seen him been in some amazing stuff. Like obviously I've been a fan of this guy forever, but
Well, thank you, man.
Jake Berdance. I love that character.
Well, look, it's a guy that I could obviously fly with. It was ruthless. There's
Yeah.
no ceiling on
Yeah.
this guy. And Stephen, from the get-go, the first words he said were, this guy's kind of connected to the UFOs, man. So all of a sudden, there you go. Okay, there's no change. There's no boundaries. There's no pandering. There's no placation to any sort of job regulation, government, law, anything, and your guy's playing an MC, an entertainer, a master of ceremonies, a poet, a capitalist. So I go on and on and on. So it was not about pragmatic stuff. This guy's a pragmatic capitalist, but other than that, he's trying to create fantasies and dreams and living in his own, and wants to be the emperor of those dreams and wants to be the best and rule the galaxy. You know, so
He literally was. Yeah.
and so that's a lot. They got big wings and a lot of room to fly. And I was working with the director and people that allowed me to do that, you know, and would put fuel on my fire and would water my whatever I was growing and go, yeah. So no one was going, hey, let's bring it back down.
Let's reel it in.
No, if anything, we were taking cups of gasoline and just being like, go for it.
Just throwing them on you, right?
Yeah, really.
You know, they said the budget's $5 million. I don't know if that's right or not.
A little north, yeah.
Okay. To do a movie that's so well shot and it just comes out so well for $5 million, and you're one of the producers on the movie, is that sending a message to Hollywood?
Yeah, it's a really good point. You know, we talked about it a lot, and I think Soderbergh is probably one of the only people that could pull that off. Seeing as he wears 4 hats. I mean, he's obviously the director, he's the director of photography, and he's the camera operator, and he's the editor. So, I mean, he is sort of the complete sort of, everything is through his view scope in a way, and he has more of a sort of a hands-on approach in all of that. So I think it's really hard for a lot of directors to be able to do that. But that being said, yes, I do think that these insanely inflated movies,
$250 million.
It's unreal. I still can't quite concept how they make money. Like, you know, I like to be in them. It's cool. It's fun. You know, but I don't know, knowing how much has to be made to recoup that. Like, you know, you got to double it right off the top.
Yeah, yeah.
But another advantage as an actor working in these, well, the disadvantage is you don't get paid as much up front. The advantage is you get to work a lot more. You go to work and you get to work. You're not waiting on, because you don't have time to have a 3-hour setup.
Yeah, that's nice.
You're laying it down. And the other great thing is, as actors, you get if you need more takes, like on the beach, shot as many takes as you needed with that dialogue scene with the 2 ladies.
Yeah.
You know, and then walk around. That's fine. But other than that, couple takes, man. We got it.
You're
Time's
good.
precious. We got it. And so as an actor, you don't go, I'm going to warm up.
No.
You go, show up and let's press record.
Yep.
Guys, incredible movie. Thank you so much for spending the time
Thanks,
with me.
man.
Appreciate it.
I really appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yes,
you,
sir.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
kind
too,
words,
brother.
too.
Hi, Mike. Hi. Entrepreneur stripper, stripper entrepreneur.
Either one. It's fine. You really just came down to see little brother?
No, I was hoping this was all a joke.
It was pretty funny.
You better take care of him, Mike.
Okay, Mom. I'll take care of him. You should stick around, though.
Have you seen the vampire movie?
No, not yet.
Abe Lincoln.
I heard it's great. We good? Well, once again, I am number 4. I love the movie. It was
Thank you.
fantastic. So this movie was so much more than I thought it was going to be.
Good.
Because, you know, I'm just hearing stripper movie, but it wasn't that, was it?
No.
How would we describe it to people that are going to see it? What would you tell them it is?
Well, we
It's a stripper movie.
it's a
Clearly.
stripper movie.
It's a stripper movie. It's
Clearly.
nothing more.
No, it's
We're just all naked.
I think it's about friendship and about promises and broken promises and unbroken promises, and that you have a choice in life to, you know, to just kind of pick your path and which way you're going to interpret the situation that you're in.
I guess through different situations in this movie, you know, it leads Channing to a choice that he should have maybe made earlier in his life.
Right,
But
good point.
you know,
And he's watching you making the same choices he probably did.
yeah,
Kind of felt that.
yeah, it's like a mirror image, and I think that's what leads him to this love story, and which I love, by the way.
And by the way, my character is looking at him the same way as well. There's alluding to that she had a past, and and then that's why the reaction is, you know, the way she reacts to him, because she's been there.
I feel that now.
Yeah.
Now I see that was in you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You know, when you guys got the calls to take the roles, for most of the guys, they were, I'm going to do a movie with Steven. Wow. But I'm going to be naked, really naked. So,
Yeah.
So for most of the guys, they're kind of terrorized. But dude, you're like 22 years old. You can eat hamburgers all day and you look the same, you know? That's so unfair. Were you walking on the set with bags of Burger King just looking at them?
McDonald's.
No.
Yes. I mean, even the rap party.
I think Joe hates me, by the way.
Is
I
that
would
right?
come in. I would
because
come in.
Joe, he's got his fitness, and he's so fit, and he's dedicated to it, and he doesn't. I mean,
Oh, he's ripped all the time.
he's unbelievable.
All
and
the time.
This kid over here, walking in, eating whatever he wanted.
And for Cody, for your
Yeah.
for your character, you had to keep yourself really subdued.
Yeah.
I mean, were you having fun doing the movie, or because you really?
No, I know. It's a funny question. It's a funny idea, but it's true. I mean, the movie was so much fun to make, and the guys are hilarious, and the world that we were in, the subject matter is quite light, and it's sort of tongue in cheek the whole time. So to play someone who finds it just sort of repulsive and is trying to get everyone out of it, you know.
Did you guys both agree to take the roles right away, or did you had to figure it out, or what was your thought process when it came to you?
You hear a stripper movie and you think what, but then when you read the script, like you said, you see that that's not really what it's about, and then also you hear Steven Soderbergh and you think, okay, yes, but why is he doing this? And it's a story that's never been told before, and it's a new light, and it's a new venue, and it's a new place to still tell a human story, which is what we're ultimately doing. I mean, we're talking, it's a coming of age and then also a coming to terms story, but it's just set in a world that you've never really seen before. So
I totally agree with that.
yeah,
I think that because of its originality, I think that's also was a big appeal to everyone else, apart from Steven, but everyone else as well. We wanted to be a part of something that was special, and we thought that this was special from the get-go.
yeah.
Yeah, extraordinary movie, guys. Thank you so much for
Thank
taking the
you.
time to.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it.
Rocky Kings of Tampa!
Streets the place to go. As the night was burning sun, just about 10:10. For the first time in history, it's gonna start raining. It's raining.
How you guys doing?
Great.
Fantastically. How are you doing?
Cool, man.
Good.
I usually do the early ones. I was always worried you guys are sleepy by this time of day. What is that you're drinking? The green stuff.
This is the juice from Press Juicery. And it's got kale, spinach, romaine, parsley, cucumber, celery, apple, and lemon. Highly
We're reading the label.
recommended, brother.
That sounds good.
Before we get started, Adam, you just had breakfast with the president?
Yeah,
Is
a
that
little
recent?
little continental breakfast and a handshake, a couple of minutes hanging
Dude.
out. Yeah, it was pretty incredible.
Pretty awesome, right?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was. It
So,
was great.
so you guys are probably sitting at home or whatever, and you get this call from your agents, and he goes, "Hey, Steven wants to do a movie with you." It's good news.
Yeah.
Now you got to be completely naked, but not just naked, but jumping up and down naked.
Yeah.
What is the fear? What goes through your heads when that happens?
You said it.
You
Fear
said it.
immediately.
Fear, right off
yeah.
the
I
bat.
mean, like lightning, just like
Oh,
complete fear.
Yeah. To me, that's always a good sign as an
Which is
artist,
great.
though, because
Yes.
that means it's something that's outside my comfort zone, something that's going to challenge me in one way or another that I'm not maybe, you know, I'm going to have to step it up a little bit to be a
100%.
part of. And
100%.
when knowing Steven was involved and these guys were involved, it just seemed like, you know, a story that was really interesting that hadn't been told in the way that I know Steven could tell it. And so I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted it in, as terrifying as it was.
Absolutely. It was. I mean, completely terrifying. Because especially when you're not already in that kind of shape, you know the commitment it's going to require. You know there's dancing. For me, all of these things that I, you know, never fancied myself as. And so, yes, that fear was totally palpable.
I think that's why we became such a band of brothers, though, because it was like this boot camp we all went through. We were getting the choreography from these amazing girls, Allison Falk, Teresa Espinosa, who were giving us great, fun choreography that was accessible for us. It was like rehearsing a play, really, and then all of a sudden it was opening night and people were making it rain.
Yeah, and there's that, and there was that unspoken fear that we all knew we possessed.
Of course.
You know, and that was exactly that.
We were hanging on to each other for dear life, man.
Like,
come on, we can do this.
You're the life right together, dude. Guys, so was there a point when you kind of everybody got it and you're like, okay, now we're there. You're now Tito. You're now Ken. Was there a point where all of a sudden you were there?
Yeah, that came to life in a lot of the stuff we did backstage.
Yeah.
You know, Steven would set us up in these environments long before they were ready to shoot, and he'd give us a chance to just hang back there and talk and sort of get in the groove of talking. And as they were setting up, we'd find a rhythm of, you know, just hanging out. And once the camera rolls and we incorporated the scene, I think we just, you know, we brought that to what we were doing, and it just highlighted the fact that we were this band of brothers back there, just living this life that we live.
And to me, it reminded me of maybe what it would be like to shoot a Robert Altman film.
Yes.
And there's you have to trust each other to be able to improvise with each other. You have to understand the character the other person's bringing. So
absolutely, yeah.
The characters of Tito and Ken, when you're out there being them, is there a certain sense of power being on the stage? Do you experience that? Is that what it is?
You know what? And I think that power came from the freedom of letting go. You know, we had done all of this preparation, getting our bodies in shape, you know, getting these dance routines down, really finding these characters within ourselves and with each other, you know, finding the dynamics of those relationships.
Yeah.
And when it came time to you know, to roll and to go, you were able to just let go and be free, and there was a lot of power in that freedom, you know.
Yeah, and for Ken, it wasn't even about power necessarily, because one of the ways that that helped me to actually be able to do this when Steven called action was just to think about what does this mean for my character? What's his relationship to these people? Why does he do this? What does he want out of this? And once that became clear to me, and for him being the kind of hippie he is, it was sort of a communal sharing experience. And so once I had that to kind of go off of, it made it a little bit easier for me.
So preparing for this as an actor is different than your other roles because this physical thing, how long did it take you guys to get there?
I had about 6 weeks, I think, before it was showtime.
That was it?
Yeah, 6 weeks.
Yeah. Come on.
Well, that was part of the fear, man. You knew there wasn't a whole lot of time to get ready, but there was no way I was not going to be ready, and I know all the other guys felt the same way.
I think the minute I hung up the phone, hearing that we got the offer and it was going to go through, I went directly to the gym.
Yeah. Did you?
And I really didn't stop until we called rap.
And then on the rap day, we're talking the elevator. There must have been a pizza party with French fries and hamburgers and stuff.
It was
actually my birthday, and none of us had to be shirtless anymore. And I told everybody how much I loved Dairy Queen Blizzards, because at this point, I mean, we were just having fantasy talk. We're like, remember when we could eat pizza? Wasn't that great? God, it was so good. It was salty.
Yeah.
And then I told everybody how much I liked Dairy Queen Blizzards, and they had Dairy Queen Blizzards waiting for us when we pulled up at Rap, and we just housed them, brother.
Oh, we did.
I'm talking about
went
I mean, we were talking about every bite. Oh, I got a chunk of brownie in that one.
Yeah.
Remember brownies?
Yeah.
Oh, they're good.
Guys, really, really good movie.
Thanks.
More than we ever expected to be, and I really appreciate you talking to us today.
It was a blast to be a part
of
it.
All right, thanks, guys.
Good evening. You live here?
Yeah.
Yeah? What's your name?
Kim?
Kim, can you move back for me, please? We keep getting complaints of noise and underage drinking. Everybody sit down. We're going to be here for a while. You don't have anything sharp on you that I can stick myself with, do you?
No.
Good. Because I do.
The businesses that I manage, they deal exclusively in cash.
Wow, busy guy.
We welcome to stage the one, the only
Magic Mike.
You are the husband that they never had. You are that dreamboat guy that never came along.
Yeah, that's a cool table. Are you made that? You should sell these things.
That's actually the idea. My sister? Mike. Nice one. You, Mike.
So how do you know my brother?
I'm an entrepreneur. I manage a few businesses. Trying to hit on my sister? Okay. Good talk.
Entrepreneur stripper, stripper entrepreneur.
Either one.
I was hoping this was all a joke.
It's pretty funny.
I'm just trying to figure out why stripping.
Women, money, and a good time.
Just try not to forget about the people who exist in the daylight, the non-vampires.
Right. Are we fighting? Is this our first fight?
So if you could do the one thing that made you the happiest every morning,
The custom furniture.
custom furniture. So you must be really good with your hands. I just can't be around your lifestyle.
Am I Magic Mike right now talking to you? I'm not my lifestyle.
Do you believe what you're saying right now?
That too, the law says that you cannot touch. But I think I see a lot of lawbreakers up in this house.
Wow, it's a lot of ones.
There's some fives in there.
Oh, okay. No 20s?
You don't want to know what I have to do for 20s. So you're gonna come to show tonight?
No.
You're gonna come to show tonight?
No.
You just said over there that you like the show.
That doesn't mean I'm gonna go again.